Good morning, everyone. So this morning we are making pancakes, and that's perfect because I haven't eaten breakfast yet, so I am quite excited to have pancakes. And Adam, thank you so much for suggesting that we do pancakes today. It's a great breakfast food, and I love it because you can add lots of different toppings on there to make them really special. So let's get started. I've got my hair up, my hands have been washed, and I've got my sleeves up, so I'm ready to go. If you have not done those things yet, go and do those things quickly, and then let's get started. Okay, so let's have a look at our ingredients. I have my whole wheat flour, 1.5 cups. I have my baking powder, sugar, and salt. I don't know why that says black pepper. All in the container. So it was a tablespoon of brown sugar, 3 teaspoons of baking powder, and a half teaspoon of salt. So that's all in there. I've got my 3 teaspoons of melted butter, egg, 1.25 cups of oat milk. So I use oat milk. My vanilla, which is almost gone because it's spilled, and then I'm going to add in a little bit of cinnamon because I like that extra little flavor of cinnamon. So we're going to go ahead and start with our dry ingredients. So the dry ingredients are the flour, the baking powder, the sugar, and the salt, and then I'll add the cinnamon in too. So today I've got my bowl. We just need one bowl, and I've got a spatula and a whisk. I'm going to use the whisk when I add the wet ingredients. For now, I'm just going to stir with my spatula. So in goes our flour. And then in goes our sugar, baking powder, and salt. So we pour all that in. And then for me, I'm going to add a teaspoon of cinnamon because I love cinnamon. I think I said it before, but I love cinnamon. So I'm going to add that all in, and then we'll give it a stir. So the next thing you want to do after you've stirred it all together is you want to make a well. So how to make a well is to take the flour and just move it to the side so that you have like a little hole in the middle. So I will try and show you that. So there I have a well right in the middle there, and I just did that by moving the flour to the sides because that's where all of our wet ingredients are going to go in there. So next thing is we're going to dump all of our wet ingredients in here, and then we're going to stir it up with the whisk. So I'm going to take my, be very careful not to spill this, 1 cup of milk and pour it into the well. And then the 1/4 cup, because I need 1.25 cups. Ooh, it's going to spill. My butter is going to go in. There, maybe you can see the butter. Egg, so remember we tap the egg on the side. I did it in 1 crack, but sometimes it takes a few. Put that into the middle. And then wash my hands because I have egg all over them now. And the last thing that we need to do is our vanilla. I'm probably just going to dump in all of this because it's about a teaspoon. So I'm just going to dump that in and have to go buy more one day. Okay, so all of our wet ingredients are in here now. So let's see if we can show you that. And now all I'm going to do is whisk it together without splashing it everywhere. Okay, so now it's all done. You can see it's nice and runny, but not too runny. You don't want it like water. You want it to be a little bit thick, and there's no lumps in there. That's why I use a whisk. I find it really helps to get out the lumps and get some air into the batter. If you do have lumps, just keep stirring away and stirring away until there's no more lumps in there. So now I'm going to heat my pan. I'm going to turn it on to medium heat, and I'm going to put some coconut oil in there. You can put butter, olive oil, anything that you use to coat the pan, and then we'll get started on our pancakes. So I'm going to use some coconut oil, so I just get a little bit on my knife, and I put it into my pan, and I'll let that melt so my pan's on. I just like to take my flipper and make sure that it's coated the whole thing. Okay, so you can see I've got the coconut oil all over the pan now, and it's nice and warm. So what I'm going to do is take a 1/4 cup measuring cup, and I'm going to scoop out some batter, and then I'm just going to pour it into the pan. And then I'll just repeat that. It's about almost a full 1/4 cup. And I'll do it again. to make sure that all the little drips come off so you're not dripping all over the stove. So I'm going to just cook my pan. I'll fit about 3 at a time. It looks a little small, so I'm going to add a little bit more to that one. And then we'll wait for those to cook. So once they start to bubble and get little bubbles on here, I'll show you, and then I'll know that it's time to flip. Alright, so my pancakes have been cooking for a couple of minutes. They're nice and puffy now, and do you see that they're starting to get some holes on them? And then the holes are starting to pop. So that's letting me know that they are ready to be flipped. So I'm just going to do a check first. If they're starting to turn golden brown, which that one is, then I'm just going to stick my flipper underneath. Ooh, flipper underneath and then flip it. And I'm going to do the same for the rest. Oops. And you want to try not to put them too close together so that doesn't happen. And then we'll flip this last one. And they're almost ready. Alright, they've been cooking for about 2 minutes. We're just going to have a look and see if they're done underneath. And they have that nice golden brown color, so that means that our pancakes are done. So I'm just going to take them off and put them on my plate. And then if you have lots more batter, you can cook more batter. So I've got a lot more batter, so I'm going to just continue to cook that, but I'll show you what my pancakes look like when I put my topping on. So I added yummy berries to my pancakes. I had frozen fruit or frozen berries in the freezer, so I just microwave them to melt them, and it gives you this yummy sauce. I hope that you enjoy your pancakes too, and I can't wait to see what toppings you have. So send me pictures of your toppings, and I am off to enjoy my pancakes. Have a good day.